안녕하세요, 은서 씨. This is not the lecture that I did on Zoom with Sid and Israel because that just took about an hour and a half. So I am just recording this separately for you. I'm just gonna make it a little like to the point, and so I don't spend too much time showing you what we did and a lot of questions. So these are just the important things for you, so that you don't miss anything. Okay, so if you need to practice a little more, then you can go back and repeat and things like that. Okay, so the first thing, 오늘은 today is 2026 May 27th Wednesday. So this is how we read it. 오늘은 2026년 5월 27일 수요일입니다. Now the word 입니다, I don't have it in my what do you call it? In my notes. But I did explain this, so I'm going to explain that too. So 입니다, its dictionary form is 이다, okay, which is a be verb like is, are, am, things like that. And its 존댓말 is 입니다. Okay. Now this is a dictionary or narrative form. In our conversation form, 입니다 is 이에요. Right? 빨간색이에요. 집이에요. 커피예요. 이에요. Then what about its 반말? We haven't really learned that. It's either 이야 or 야. Oh, when do we use this? Oh, well, let's say 가방이에요. Right? We say 가방이에요. 친구예요. This is a bag. This is a friend, right? And we say 이에요 and 예요 is same, but if it has 받침, it's 이에요. If it has no 받침, it's 예요. But they mean the same thing. Just like that, 이야 and 야, okay? 친구, if you want to use if you want to use 반말, this is not something you just drop 요. Okay, so 친구야. That will be the 반말. 가방이야. Okay, 가방이야. This is bag. 이거 가방이야. Okay, you could say that to Lulu. Oh, hey Lulu, this is bag. A bag. So 가방이야. But if Lulu is talking to you, Mom, 이거 가방이에요. Okay, so for narrative form, that 반말 is 이다. 이에요 is 입니다. So I could say 가방입니다. It's a narrative form, it's 존댓말. I could say 가방이야. The conversational form. Okay, I'm going to explain that more next time, but I just wanted to show that to everyone. So this is 존댓말. Today is Wednesday입니다. It is in 존댓말. Okay. All right. So these are what you have to memorize this week. Verbs. All the verbs on page 23, and which is the present tense, past, future tense, which is in 24. This is the little booklet that I gave out in the KSL 1A. So page 23 and 24, there are a whole bunch of 20 verbs. Some you know. Okay, you ought to learn the conjugation, and I'm teaching you the conjugation in this lecture, but memorize the verbs. Keep studying the study of days of the week. You don't have to memorize it by this week. Okay, you will not be tested. Continue to just study it every day. Okay. Nouns. Okay, the nouns that I want you to memorize is this. You is 당신. 당신 is 존댓말. 너 is 반말. Okay, 우리, we or us. It could be subject or it could be object. 학생 is student. 책, booklet, a book. 옷, clothes. 돈, money. 시간, time. 의자, chair. 개, dog. 침대, bed. 물, water. 신발, shoes. 언니 is an older sister from a younger sister. So if you have an older sister, you will call her 언니. If your husband has an older sister, he will call her 누나. 빵 is bread. More adverbs. Okay, so the ones here, we already learned it. And I've only underlined the ones that are new. So 많이 is a lot. 조금, a little. 혼자, alone. 같이, together. 진짜, 진짜, really. 아주, these are the new ones. 아주, very. 더, more. So let's say 커피 주세요 means give me coffee. Please give me coffee. But if you want more, say 커피 더 주세요. More, give me more. 빨리, 빨리 means quickly. Do it, come quickly. 빨리 와, 빨리 와. 다시, do it again. Like do, or not do, just again, again. 잘 means well. So 잘했어요. You did well. 잘 지냈어요? Have you been well? 잘. Okay. Next. Okay. 오늘은 today 무슨 요일이에요? 무슨 what or which or what kind? Okay. So we have a whole bunch of 요일. 요일 is a day. Like day. Day, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have days. So if I say 오늘은 무슨 요일이에요? Then you will say 오늘은 수요일. You put 수요일이에요. If I say 내일, tomorrow. So today is 수요일, tomorrow. 내일은 무슨 요일이에요? Then you will say 내일은 목요일이에요. So today is 27, tomorrow is 28, 29, 30, 31. So if I ask you, okay, if I ask you, not 오늘, not 내일, how about 29일? Right? After the date, you have to put 일, 일. Okay? So if I say 29일은, not 오늘은, but 29일은 무슨 요일이에요? What day? What kind? 29일 is, so you will say 29일은 금요일이에요. So continue to practice that and learn to, keep reading this over and over. 월, 화, 수, 목, 금, 토, 일. Okay, this one too. 월요일. This is how you pronounce it, but I want you to look at this and say that. 월요일, 화요일, 수요일, 목요일, 금요일, 토요일, 일요일. Okay. Color. 무슨 색이에요? Try to answer. You can pause me and try to answer. 빨간색이에요. 무슨 색이에요? 노란색이에요. So before I do it, pause and 무슨 색이에요? 파란색이에요. 무슨 색이에요? 초록색이에요. 무슨 색이에요? 흰색이에요. 흰색. He's a white boy. He is in sag, right? But we don't say this. 흰색. Okay, how would you say red bag? You can pause me and try. 빨간 가방. Car is called 차. Shoes is called 신발. So how would you say green car? 초록색 차. Okay, most of the, when you are using these colors as an adjective, like red bag, green car, right? You do not say 색, for the most color, okay? But some colors you do have to keep, which is this one, 초록색, 차. But yellow shoes, 노란 신발. Okay, you don't have to say 노란색 신발, 노란 신발. If you're only calling just the color, then you'll say yes, 빨간색, 노란색. But if you're using it as an adjective, you say 노란 신발. Cap is called 모자. Hair is called muddy. So how would you say this? Blue hat. 파란 모자. How do you say white hair? 흰머리. 흰머리. We practice numbers. Okay, numbers. Yeah, you could pause and, you already know this. So let's do some review. So how would you read? Pause and then say it, because I'm not going to wait right here. It takes a long time. Okay, so I believe you had a go at it. 350불. Let's try this. Okay, pause. 7,210불. How about this? One last one. Okay, pause and try. I believe you had to go at it. So you put man here. Okay, so after man, you have to have just 4 digits. Okay, so you read this separately. So 643만. This line is man. 643만. Here. 8,285. 8,285원. Okay. Okay. How much is this? How much is something when you're shopping? This is a noun. So you could say, if you want to know how much is a bag, you will say 가방 얼마예요? Okay. How would you say how much is coffee? You could pause me and try. 커피 얼마예요? How do you say how much is shoes? Shoes is 신발. 신발 얼마예요? How would you say how much is this? 이거 얼마예요? How would you say how much is that? 저거 얼마예요? How would you say how much is this bag? Not just how much is the bag, how much is this bag? 이 가방 얼마예요? How would you say how much is that shoes? Shoes? That. 저 신발 얼마예요? Okay. The next one, for your homework this week, you have to memorize up to, we haven't been practicing 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, but go ahead and, practice it and try to memorize up to 신. 20, 30, 40, 50. 20 is called 스물. You could just look at your booklet. 30 is 서른. 40 is 마흔. And 50 is 신. 신 is like shh, shh, be quiet, shh, and then put N, 신. Okay, we practiced a little bit of that. So if I have, let's say, 5 balls, and I asked you, 몇 개예요? And you will have to use these, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, not 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5개예요. Okay, what time is this? 몇 시예요? If I showed you this, Rachel, what time is this? 몇 시예요? So this will be 7시. We use this number for the hour. 7시. But for this, we have to say 1, 2, 3, 4. 35분이에요. Okay? Okay. 몇 개예요? You could try. 5개예요. How would you say there are 5? It just means there are 5. How would you say there are 5 라면? Okay. 라면 5개예요. How would you say give me 5 라면? 라면 5개 주세요. 예요 is 주세요, give. They're both verbs, right? Okay. There are 5 라면. Give me 5 라면. Let's try this. Okay. 몇 개예요? Try to answer before I show you. Yeah. 4개예요. How would you say there are 4 caps? Caps is called 모자. Try it. 모자 4개예요. How would you say give me 4 caps? 모자 4개 주세요. 주세요 means give me. Okay? 모자 4개. 4 caps. Give me 4 caps. So you know, if you're ordering not just 가방 주세요, but you're actually ordering some numbers. So it'll have to be a noun and a number. So it'll be 가방, if you want 2, 2개 주세요. Coffee, if you want 3개, 3, 커피 3개 주세요. 한 개, if you want 1, 한 개 주세요. In English, it's like give me 5 pens, right? So it's a back order, right? You have we have to say 주세요 at the back, but English is front, and then the number. You will say in English, you will say number and then the items, but we say item and the number. Okay, so these are some adverbs. We learned 많이, a lot, 조금, alone, 혼자, 같이. This is an irregular pronunciation, so you don't say 같이, it's a 같이. 더, more, give me more, 더 주세요. 빨리, oh, give it to me fast, 빨리 주세요. Oh, give it to me again, 다시 주세요. And I think I'm going to add 2 more. Here, 아주. It's in the notes though. 아주 is very. Very. And then also I have 진짜. We learned it. 진짜요? 진짜? Really. Really. Okay? So let's do this. Try. Okay? You can try this as many times as you want here. So try to use adverb. So let me just ask you, how would you say, I know Korean a lot? Okay, you can pause and think and then check, okay? 한국말 많이 알아요. How would you say, I worked together? Of course, with somebody. 일 같이, together, 일 같이 했어요. How would you say, I ate alone? 밥 혼자 먹었어요. How would you say, I like pizza a lot? 피자 많이 좋아해요. How would you say, I studied a lot? 공부 많이 했어요. Okay? How would you say, I watched movie more? movie 더 봤어요. How would you say I made kimchi very quickly? Oh, not just very quickly, just quickly. 김치 빨리 만들었어요. How would you say I worked out again? 운동 다시 했어요. Here 잤어요 means slept. 만났어요 means met. So how about I slept more? 더 잤어요. I met together with my friend. 같이 만났어요. Okay, so let's review on location words. Let's try to answer them. Okay, before I show you the answer. The first one, 학교. Next one, 집. 다음 means next. 다음, 교회. 다음, 식당. 다음, 가게. 다음, 서울. 다음, 카페. 다음, 마켓. 다음, 아파트. 다음, 방. 다음, 화장실. 다음, 이마트. 다음, 회사. 다음, 한강. 다음, 강남. 다음, 지하철역. 다음, 백화점. 다음, 신세계 백화점. Let's review. This is 위, on. 위, front, up, 뒤, 옆, 아래. So 가방이, the first one, 가방이 책상 위에 있어요. 위에 있어요. The next one, 가방이 책상 앞에 있어요. I'm not gonna write it. This one, 가방이 책상 뒤에 있어요. Pause me and try to say this. 가방이 책상 옆에 있어요. Pause me and say this. 가방이 책상 아래에 있어요. Okay, let's do this. Here. So you'll have to pause me and then think and then say it. 식당은 어디에 있어요? I'll do the number one here. 식당은, so you have to say this. And then the next one is the point of comparison. 식당은 교회 옆에 있어요. 옆 is side, right? Okay. 학교는 어디에 있어요? Pause. 학교는 아파트 옆에 있어요. 방은 어디 있어요? 방은 화장실 옆에 있어요. Next. 카페는 어디 있어요? 카페는 마켓 뒤에, behind, 뒤에 있어요. 헬스클럽은 어디 있어요? 헬스클럽은 한강 옆에 있어요. 식당은 어디 있어요? 식당은 백화점 아래에 있어요. 아래. 카페는 어디 있어요? This is company. 카페는 회사 옆에 있어요. 헬스클럽은 어디 있어요? 헬스클럽은 식당 위에 있어요. Okay, so the most important thing today was the new verbs. So if you look at page 23 and 24 of your booklet, there are 20 vocabs, verbs, so you'll have to know what they are. But I'm going to teach you how to conjugate. So if you look at from number 18 to 27, okay, and then you, these are the stems, and you just add ayo. Everything is ayo, ayo. But the next one, from 28 to 37, is oyo. So to the stem, you put oyo. So we're conjugating the present tense. So when do you put ayo? Okay, I'm not expecting you to memorize it, but try to just understand the concept. So if the last syllable before the ta, okay, before ta, the last vowel, okay, if the last vowel ends with either a, like in this case a, or o, see, here's a, 가다, 자다, 사, 타, 만나, 살, 아, 오, 오다, 보다. Yeah, so if they all end either a or o, then you put at the with the stem, after the stem you add ayo. So what are the stem? If you get rid of ta, then the rest is a stem. So 가 plus ayo, 가요. 자 plus ayo, 자요. 사 plus ayo, 사요. But there are some irregularity. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and then teach you this first. Okay, so for a and o, if they end with I and o, like I said, a or o, this is the rule. You put the stem plus io, but there's some within that there is more formula. So for example, it ends with but has no 받침. So like this. It ends with no 받침, like in this case of 가다. And then if you add 가 plus 아요, you actually drop because it's 가아요. If you say fast, you're not going to hear extra 가요. So it becomes 가요. Okay? Same thing. 사요. You drop that. 사 plus 아요. Because it's 아 and it has no 받침, you just drop it. 사요. Same thing with 자요, 만나요. You drop 요. 자 plus 아요. 자요. Okay? So, yeah, if it has 아 and then has no 받침, then you just put just 요. You replace 다 with 요. 가요, 사요, 자요, 만나요. Okay. Now, if okay. Now, the next one, the yellow part means there's no irregularity. Okay, so it ends with a or o. This one was just a, but here's I and o. Okay, if they have a 받침, then it's not irregular. It's regular. For example, 팔 plus 아요. You don't drop anything. It's just 팔아요. Same thing here. 살, you drop all the tas. 살 plus 아요 is 살아요. Yeah? Here too. Without me writing, I want you to say 알 plus 아요, 알아요. 찾 plus 아요, 찾아요. Same thing with 오. If it's 오 but has a 받침, you drop this 돌. turn means 돌, 아요. You just add. 높, 아요. Got it? So if it's 아, no 받침, you just drop the 아 here. You first have to add everything and then add, what I mean everything is add 아요, 아요. Okay? And then if it has a 받침, whether it's 아 or 오, nothing changes. You just, there's no irregularity. You just add 어요, 어요, no, I'm sorry. 아요, 아요. 아요. 살아요, 졸아요, 아요. Okay? Now, the next one is the last part from A and O group. O. O, but has no 받침. Okay, so it's a little irregular here. O, so you start from O plus 아요, which means come. But say it fast. 오아요, 오아요, 와요, 와요, 와요. It sounds like 와요. So they actually combine here in this case. O plus 아 combines and it becomes 와요. 보다, look or see. 보 plus 아요. Again, if you say fast, 보아요, 보아요, 봐요, 봐요, 봐요. So, 봐요. So it becomes 와. So, 오 plus 아. So, 나오다, come out means 나, 오 plus 아요. 오 plus 아. 나와요. Okay, 나와요. Okay, so that's this part. When the final the final syllable ends with either I and O, that's the rule. Now this one for the rest of the vowels. Okay, the rest of the vowels, if it doesn't end with a or o, such as o, yo, i, u, then we add oyo. For example, here is all ayo, right? But here is all oyo. You add oyo. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so if it has all, well, let's go with 받침. Okay, it does not matter if it ends with 받침. Okay, whether the last vowel is o, yo, i, u, it doesn't matter. If it have a 받침, it's regular. Regular. What do I mean? You first drop 다, and then you put oyo. Oyo, 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 oyo. So it's 먹어요, 없어요, 넣어요, 열어요, 엮어요. Okay, the next one, same thing. It is E vowel, E, doesn't matter. E and then 받침, you just still add oyo. So I'm just gonna put oyo, just like that. 씻어요, 읽어요, 있어요, 믿어요, 찍어요. And then the next one. Okay. 그, 우, 우. The vowel is U here, 우 here. Same thing. You drop all the 다, and then you plus 어요. 만들어요, 긁어요, 늙어요, 죽어요, 웃어요, 숨어요. Okay? Now let's go to irregular now. So we've done this. No, did we do that? We haven't done that yet. Okay. Let's do that first. Where is this? Okay. So we've done this one right here. We just finished this one. Okay. Now if it's all 여 and no 받침, they're all no 받침, no 받침, no 받침, no 받침, no 받침 left. And so if it's all 여, just like when we did 가, 다, it was 가 plus 아요, and we just drop 아 because 가, 아. It's just 가요, right? Same thing. 서 is all, right? So 서 plus 어요, 서 is already all and all. 서요. If you say fast, yeah, if you say slowly, 서어요. But if you say fast, 서요, 서요. So you just drop that and becomes 서요, 서요. 펴요, which means open, 펴. It's a 여. Same thing, 펴 plus 어요. If you say it fast, 펴요, 펴요, 펴요. It sounds like 펴요. So we drop it and it's 펴요. 펴. No. 펴요. Okay. So here too. 저요. We drop, yeah, plus 어요, but we drop all. So 저요. This one too. 켜요. Plus 어요. You drop it. 켜요. 펴요. Okay? Now, I'm just explaining. I'm not expecting you to memorize it or anything like that yet. With a lot of homework, you'll get it. Now, let me go with E. Let me use a red pen right here. E, with the eyes all drop. And then the final vowel is E. In the E, what do? E, no 받침. You put 마시, that's a stem. 마시 plus 어요. 마시어요, 마시어요. If you say fast, which means drink, 마시어요, 마셔요, 마셔요, 마셔요. It sounds like 마셔요. So this is how you conjugate it. 시 plus 어 becomes 셔. How about 계시다? So this is a stem. You put 계시 plus 어요. So it's 계시어요, 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 계시어요. So they become 셔, 계셔요. How about this one? 내리어요. So 리 and 어 together, 내려요, 내려요. How about this one? 다니 plus 어요. This one again, 다녀요, 다녀요. All right, next one. Oops, I have too many there. Okay, now we have 우. Okay, we drop this, and then we have 우. 우. 우, no 받침. What do? This is a stem, so 배우 plus 어요. Okay, 배우어요, 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 배우어요. So they together, it sounds like 워. 우 plus 어. So that's the rule. 배워요. 배워요. Learn. How about here then? 싸워. 싸워. 싸워요. How about this one? 주 plus 어요. 주어요. 주어요. 주다. 주어요. 주어요. This one is, yeah, 주어요. 주어요 can be contracted to 줘요. Last one is 으. no 받침. 으. We drop this. So 스 plus 어요. If you say it fast, 써요. Sounds like 써요. How about 끄 plus oil. Same thing. Goyo, goyo, goyo. Sounds like goyo. So what do? We drop this vowel and we just say 써, 어요, 써요, 꺼요, 슬퍼요. Okay, so that's that. So we just went over the present tense, okay, conjugate and then present tense. Okay, past tense, you keep the stem, okay? You keep the stem for this one. Past tense, you keep this stem right here, and then you put as어요. So it's 가요. So you put you keep the stem, and to the stem you put 갔어요, 갔어요. Here, right? 잤어요, 샀어요, 탔어요, 만났어요, 살았어요, 알았어요, 찾았어요, 왔어요, 봤어요. Right? Okay, same thing here. It's not 아요, but here is 어요. 먹었어요, 읽었어요. Now for the future tense, okay, I want you to just study, see the pattern. You need to study on your own to see the pattern. So just like the past tense had some stem underneath is double s plus 어요. Here, 어예요, 거예요. So 갈 거예요. So let's look at the stem here. You drop all the 다's, right? And then right? You have 을 거예요. So you underneath the 받침 you have to put 을 받침 을. So 갈 거예요. 잘 거예요. 살 거예요. 탈 거예요. 만날 거예요. Well, 살 already has a 리을, 를. So you don't have to put another 를. So it's 살 거예요. 알 거예요. Now this one is different. It has it already has a 받침, but it's not 을. Here. So you have to actually write 찾을 거예요. 을. You have to actually add 찾을. Here 올 거예요, 볼 거예요. Next one. It has a 받침 here, so you have to add 을 먹을 거예요. Of course, you are dropping all the da's, right? Yeah, 먹을 거예요. So it has a 받침, so you will put 읽을 거예요. 있을 거예요. 없을 거예요. It doesn't have a 받침, so you will put 배울 거예요. 줄 거예요. 쓸 거예요. It has a 받침, so you will have to add 씻을 거예요. Here, it doesn't have a 받침, so you put 마실 거예요. Here, the last one, 만들. It already has a 받침, which is 를, so you don't have to add anything. 만들 거예요. So go ahead, and I went fast, but all the concepts that I taught, Sid and Israel is, I mentioned it here, okay? It took me 40 minutes just to record this just for you. Now, go ahead and study. Go ahead and look at the booklet and the lesson, the homework that I gave you. And let's see. Let me show you the homework. Okay, so every day you have a homework. Monday, well, I didn't put Monday, Tuesday like that. I just put day 1, day 2, day 3 like that. Okay, what is this? I cannot move this. Yeah. Anyway. So when you are conjugating, here, look at the conjugation. I want you to do it just like what I did. 가 plus 아요. For this one, you drop it and 가요. Yeah. All right. So I email that. And if you have any question, you can let me know. Okay. Have a fun time in New York.